What a crazy night at the Coors Event Center. Colorado 75, the 9th-ranked Arizona Wildcats 72. Colorado with their 20th win of the season. This is the post-game wrap-up brought to you by the Blake Street Tavern. Ryan, a lot to dive into here with this game. First off, we got to talk about Josh Scott, a man possessed out there in his second-to-last home game. 26 points, 9 rebounds, 3 blocks. Just a great performance, aside from that one late mistake that he made.
Yeah, we'll just pretend that never happened, because the rest of his game was absolutely unbelievable, absolutely dominant. Pac-12 Player of the Year type stuff, All-American type stuff, Wooden Award type stuff, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Award type stuff. I mean, everything he did in that second half especially was off the charts great. They drew the third foul on Tarczewski, and the refs decided that there weren't going to be any more fouls on Tarczewski, and it was almost like that Josh knew, and he wasn't trying to draw contact. He was using that amazing touch that he has to get around him. And then he draws the and one, he draws the charge, he has the huge block over Trier. It's like he played at such an unbelievable level tonight, and I couldn't tweet enough. He put the damn team on his back, and it was really impressive.
It's hard in this job to stay unbiased when you see a guy like Josh Scott who gets to go out with such a great moment here. Not only the 20th win for this year's basketball team, but the 400th win for the Buffaloes here at the Coors Event Center. The third largest crowd. The crowd gets to rush the court. Just so much to talk about from this game. One thing that kind of gets lost in the shuffle, like it often does, is Wesley Gordon and what he brought to the table. 7 offensive rebounds, 6 assists in this basketball game. Again, kind of the guy behind the scenes doing a lot of the dirty work.
Yeah, Tad Boyle usually likes to win games by rebounding the ball. And this was a game I think he knew and the team knew that they weren't going to be able to win this game rebounding the ball, but they could have lost this game on the boards. Arizona is such a good rebounding team, and you saw it early, and it was a little concerning early. They got 3 or 4 early offensive rebounds, and I think at that point Tad Boyle said, like, you see what I'm talking about, guys? Like, they really crash. And at that point, it was Josh who had 9, it was Wes who had 12, and the whole rest of the team, though, really made a concerted effort to rebound the ball. And I think, you saw it in Tad's kind of in his face and in his words after the game. They didn't out-rebound them. They tied them on the boards. And you could see in his expressions he was happy with that. Going, head-to-head with Arizona, 38 boards each, he was okay with that and really actually proud of his team for the effort they put out there.
Yeah, there really wasn't a whole lot separating these two teams on the stat sheet. One thing that they were able to take advantage of their second chance opportunities a little bit better than Arizona was. Josh Fortune gets rid of those cornrows, goes with the afro, and all of a sudden he's playing like he did earlier in the season. Coincidence? 5 of 8 tonight.
I think it just gives him, there's too much pressure on his head, it puts pressure in his body. Just let loose, play basketball. And, the way he played tonight was encouraging. It almost has, and I don't like the comparison between these two players, but it almost has a Carlin Brown-esque feel where Carlin went into some really deep slumps in that year, but no one really remembers it because he really turned it on at the end of the season, obviously, was the key to them winning that Pac-12 tournament championship. It has that sort of feel to it for him to kind of come in this last home weekend, get some of that feel back, and maybe they can get him into a groove. And that's all part of it, get hot at the right time, get your shooters hot at the right time. George King, another guy who really got hot in the second half. So, for the Buffaloes, it was such a big game for their resume, but really for their psyche. At this point in the season, now they have this feeling like, wow, that was our best game. That really was their best game they played all season. Let's build on it.
This is the 5th time in 6 seasons under Tad Boyle that the Buffaloes have reached that 20-win mark. Really remarkable stretch they've had under him. You got to assume with where their RPI is going to be after this game, given that it's a win against a top 10 team, this team is safely in the NCAA tournament. Of course, we hear Josh Scott talk after the game that he still talks to some of those former teammates that went through what they went through in Tad Boyle's first year here, getting snubbed out of the tournament. I would imagine they will use some of that, and I'm sure Tad Boyle is going to bring that up before that Arizona State game.
Yeah, I mean, this is a great win, but you really don't want to erase it with a bad loss, and that's what that would be. One of the only bad losses that were on this schedule possibly, and I think you've seen that letdown game before. It happened the last time the Buffs beat Arizona in this stadium. So they really need to focus down, take a night, enjoy this, maybe take a day and rest that body, but they really need to make sure to avoid that letdown, because if you win that game, then you really are in, you don't really have to stress. So don't put any added stress on yourselves. Don't feel like you need to go to Utah and get a win, or have to get one in the first round of the Pac-12 tournament. Go out, take care of business against a team that's not that good, and you'll be dancing.
And it's good, too, that Arizona State game's not till Sunday. That gives this team 4 days to really get over this emotional game. Anytime the fans rush the court, you see some tweets from fans and say, act like you've been there before. My theory on that is enjoy life a little bit. As long as you're not hurting anybody. I mean, I think back to my college days, and storming the court was some of the best memories that I had as a student.
Yeah, I just stop caring what college kids do. Like, they're just having fun out here. When have you ever said no to a dance party with a bunch of people? Like, it's just a good time, and I never condone anything about, except for when Tad Boyle says it, which he didn't mind tonight. So I think he's over it even. Charge the court, have fun. Cherish your time. It goes quick.
And the fans that got to experience this tonight, I would imagine they'd be back in this building, and they should be back in the building Sunday. It's not as marquee an opponent, but senior day, you got to send Josh Scott out on the right note. Xavier Talton, Eli Stalzer as well. And Brett Brady, does he get some minutes in that game?
Maybe. Tad's actually been known to start his seniors on senior day. It came back to bite him once, and they gave up an early run. But, I mean, you never know. I think, if he either does that, or if the Buffs really take care of business, they should have an opportunity to get Brett Brady in there late. And Tad Boyle took a chance, even in the best game of the year for the fans. He took a chance to push the fans even a little more. As a coach, he always wants everyone to be better, asking why can't it be like this every night. And he admitted, we need to be like this every night too. We need to bring this type of energy every night. But really, why can't the Coors Event Center have 11,000 people in here every night having fun? Because while yes, of course, the opponent brings something to the matchup, it's still fun in here no matter what when there's that many people. It makes such a difference. It reaches a different tune of loud, and it really makes a difference for the team, and it makes it a fun experience for everyone.
Yeah, if 7,000 fans are in here tonight, Colorado doesn't win this basketball game. So Colorado fans were part of the equation here at the Coors Event Center. Crazy night here. We're signing off.